Okay, now we've got with us Andy Baryer, TV, radio, tech expert. And so you look at the Blackberry, the new Blackberry, the Passport. What were your first impressions?
Well, the first thing is just the form factor. You're looking at a 4.5-inch LCD screen, but it's shaped like a square.
Yeah.
Almost, and they call it the Passport because it almost looks like a passport. Right. And BlackBerry sees that as like the symbol of mobile, mobility across the world, and what they wanted to do.
And what's the big deal about the square screen?
Well, what they were trying to do is make a square screen that's going to appeal to business users who are doing a lot of reading of emails or looking at spreadsheets. Or just reading content on their screens, because what you do is you have 60 characters to work with. And in typical print,
on the new Blackberry.
On the new Blackberry. Right. A typical print, the standard size for characters is 69 per line, so they're very close on that front. So as a device for consuming and creating content via email, it's fantastic.
Right. And so you talk about email, and you mentioned spreadsheets as well. Kind of sounds like it's geared towards the business market. Is that the direction they're going? Because that's certainly what the reputation has been. Right?
Well, when John Chen, their new CEO, came on board, he's known for pretty much revamping tech companies. And what he was doing was restructuring. And basically he said, with the launch of the Blackberry Passport, is the restructuring period is over, now we're going to build our fan base. And so with the Passport, they're going for executives. They're trying to go for the upper echelons where there was their true BlackBerry loyal users before. Yeah. They're trying to get back into that space because they have great security, and that's what they're really known for internationally.
Do they have any hopes in getting into a more populist sphere? Sort of like how Samsung and how Apple clearly has?
Well, I'm certain that they do want to get popular. They want to get their sexy back, but it's just not cool to have a BlackBerry phone these days.
Well, that's the problem, right? That's what they've been dealing with for years.
And that's what their marketing department is really going to have to work on, is to try to build that brand integrity. Because we used to have that term crackberries. People were so addicted to their Blackberries. Yeah. That is long gone. Back in 2008, 1 out of every 5 devices was a Blackberry. Today, they have less than 1% market share.
Wow. So getting back into the business sphere and trying to recapture dominance there, is this phone going to be enough to turn things around for the company?
Well, what they have to do is 3 things. First, they have to get their old BlackBerry users back who have moved to iOS or Android, who love that physical keyboard, because that's what the Passport offers. Second, they're going to have to convince people that have never had a BlackBerry to give BlackBerry a try. And third, they're going to have to convince the frontline store clerks for the carriers that are going to be holding the BlackBerry to convince them to tell consumers that this is probably what you need.
To get them excited about it.
To get them excited about it and to show the difference of how it differentiates between an iPhone or an Android device.
And you think all that's a tall order?
It's a tall order. It's going to be a tough sell, but if they do the right marketing and they can resonate back with the consumers, they have a chance.
We'll wait and see. Thanks a lot, Andy.
My pleasure.